near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, Native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to Marriott Center. Now that both teams have entered the floor, let's take you through one game that's going on currently. Due to the weather that's going on throughout the country, folks, there are 5 games that have been postponed for the evening. The other one that's preceding this game, since we are on ESPN television tonight, the number 4 Duke Blue Devils at home hosting the number 20 Louisville Cardinals. Currently, Duke holds a 31-point lead, 31-point lead now, 83-52 over the Louisville Cardinals. Cameron Boozer has 19 points in this game, another great true freshman in this country. Isaiah Evans with 15. Dane Sarr only has 2 on 1 of 3 shooting. Nonetheless, a great game in the ACC. Duke looking to move to 19-1 on the season and 8-0 in conference. We are now set for the starting lineups here at Marriott Center. We'll go ahead and give way. The tip-off between Arizona and BYU is up next. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trial. This is a sleep-in bed. Perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality. You're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to the Marriott Center in Provo, Utah, and forgive me if I'm a little bit overwhelmed just by the introductions here. Mike Morgan alongside a guy who has seen this many times before, Matt Biamonte. Matt, this is our first trip to BYU here on Elite Media. Mine personally in calling basketball games for about 25 years. This introduction's about as good as it gets, huh?
This fan base has wanted games like this for decades, and it's been about, honestly, 15 years since BYU has felt this. 15 years ago to the day, BYU was playing in a similar game. It was Jimmer Fredette's senior season. They hosted the Aztecs of San Diego State. Jimmer popped off for more than 40, and they upset the Aztecs. This has a very similar feel. There is not an empty seat in the building. Everyone is standing. The atmosphere is electric. This is what makes college basketball so special. And the Big 12, what a display for the Big 12 to have two teams that could very well find themselves in the Final Four, and it's their first meeting of the year.
Well, we've done our part to showcase the Big 12, our first two college basketball games of the season here on Elite Media Network. At the time, an undefeated Iowa State team taking on Kansas, and then now the number one team in the country and still undefeated Arizona Wildcats taking on the Cougars of BYU, 18,000 strong here in Provo for this ball game. And as you pointed out, BYU has always loved the game of college basketball, but sometimes the game hasn't loved them back. Last year, a Sweet 16 performances, those have been few and far in between. They haven't been able to get the type of players that they have now under head coach Kevin Young, but this is the type of team that certainly has well beyond Sweet 16 aspirations. As Coach Kevin Young told us this morning at shoot-around, I believe we can win the whole thing. BYU is in white, Arizona is in navy blue. BYU will be going left to right. BYU averages 18,010 fans. You've got that many here today. That's the fifth highest total in all of college basketball. It'll be number 13 in white. Keba Keita jumping center, and he will lose the opening tip. Nope, BYU will actually get the ball back as Privas out-jumped by the smaller Keita. BYU has the basketball again, going to our right, and we are underway. Alley-oop pass to Bonza, tries to hit the big man Keita down low. Keita can't handle it. Here comes Arizona the other way, going right to left. Stop and pop, straight on three, missed short. That time Arizona trying to find Burries, who was so hot in the last ball game. He's been much colder on the road, averaging just 11 points per game. Quick slice and dice in the lane, and finding some daylight is Robert Wright, the man you highlighted in the open.
He can do that. He can create space, and he did so there.
2-0 BYU. Wildcats winging it over to the left side. Burries circles up top. They're working around. Right corner, wide open three on the way, and knocked down. Arizona on the board. It's now 3-2 as hitting the triple for the Wildcats. Well, they haven't put it on the board yet. I believe that was Bradley. Meanwhile, inside, you know who that is? That is the veteran Richie Saunders, who flirted with the NBA but came back for BYU. Cougars now leading it 4-3.
Huge addition. They need him to score against a great Wildcat defense.
Burries takes it strong and draws the foul on the penetration, driving straight line right up the gut. And the first foul of the ball game will be against the Cougars. That last three was indeed by Jaden Bradley, who shoots 42% from downtown. Arizona can hit the three. They hit 10 in the last game, but they're actually 362nd in the country in three-point attempts. They usually beat you up down low, and they beat you up doing what Braden Burries just did. Burries, rather, drawing the foul and going to the free throw. He hits the first free throw, 76% free throw shooter, to tie the game up at 4.
Coming back to that three in that right corner in front of the BYU bench. He was all alone. That was a defensive breakdown. You'll take those shots all day.
Burries 2 for 2 from the stripe. The freshman from San Bernardino, California. Another first-round pick projected. We've got 3 of them in this game. Up top, stepping back is Wright on the perimeter. Slips, falls. They work it up top. Back into the hands of Saunders. Saunders finds open man from the left corner, and it's a 3-ball by Biamonte, who was unconscious in the last game and also showed off some three-point prowess.
He was 3 of 3 in the second half, and now he's made his first one here against the Wildcats. He's hot from 3.
BYU winning at 7-5. Arizona basketball going to our left. Ball comes down low. Baseline fadeaway jump shot is good. That is Bradley again to tie it up at 7 with 18:20 to go and a whistle stopping play momentarily.
He must love this building. He led the Wildcats in scoring a year ago in this building with 17, and he started hot again here with 5 of the first 7.
Bradley's the senior out of Rochester, New York. In Big 12 play, he averages 15 points and 5 assists. That is awfully strong, and clearly one of the top conferences in college basketball this season. The referees are at the scoring table. Not sure what this delay is about. Kip Kissinger, Marquez Pettigrew, and Tony Padilla are the 3 Zebras in the ball game tonight. It's a tie game, 7-all with 18:20 to go.
Bradley is such an important piece to this Arizona team. There's a lot of focus on Koa Pete, and rightfully so, and throw in Braden Burries as well. But to have a senior point guard he is very good in the clutch. We'll probably get to that more in the second half, but he can score. I mean, already we have a corner 3 and a fadeaway mid-range from Jaden Bradley. What a luxury to have that kind of experience at such a critical position.
I think we have our first clock issue is what they're looking at here. Nothing else controversial. Right now the clock shows 18:20 and a 7-7 game.
Both teams have started very well. 75% shooting for BYU.
We've got 14 points. We haven't even played 2 minutes.
It's a bit of a surprise that with this energy and this anticipation that both teams come out shooting as well as they have.
All right, we are ready to go back. Clock is running, 18 minutes to go. BYU in the front court again, going left to right. Keita up top, looking for a guard. Finds Saunders, rise and fire 3, and he splashes it home. Richie Saunders, a career 39% three-point shooter, gives BYU a 10-7 lead.
That's a welcome sign for BYU. He's been struggling a bit from 3.
Inside it comes. Krivas in the paint, in trouble when he walked. It was either going to be a 3 seconds or a walk. He got stuck up in there, didn't know what to do with it.
Keita is arguably the unsung hero of this BYU team. He's given up inches in size in that battle down low, but he is physical, he's athletic, and he can hold his own in the paint.
10-7 BYU with the lead, and the basketball going to our right. 17.5 minutes left to go first half. There's a steal. Quick hands by Krivas, but scoop back up by BYU. Helter-skelter. Now it's Arizona getting into the front court, and a slam dunk, a 2-hand flush by number 5 in blue. That is Burries, who has his second basket. He's got 4. It's a 10-9 BYU lead.
Great effort by the Wildcats, getting on the floor to create that fast break opportunity.
BYU sets it up in the front court. Right, finding DeBonza, probing the left side, draws a double and a triple team and coughs it up. Great defense, suffocating defense by Arizona. Leading the break and the easy lay-in is Burries the other way. His 3rd bucket, and Arizona has the lead. It's 11-10.
That's a good way to quiet this sold-out crowd. His turnovers leading to fast break.
Right between the circles, looking for a ball screen. Gets it from Keita. Now top of the key. Driving right, spinning, fade and fire in the paint. Great move, but no bucket. And a rebound by Arizona, one of the best rebounding teams in the country, plus 13.5 on the glass for the season. They quickly go down low. Krivas had it blocked, and it's off the big man out of bounds. It'll be BYU basketball. A great block by Keita.
That's what Keita does. He is athletic. He can run the floor. He gets back on D, and a nice rejection that goes off of Arizona. Good possession by Keita to get BYU's offense another crack and to keep the Wildcats out of the paint.
BYU showing some tough defense after Arizona had the suffocating defense on DeBonza to force the turnover. Cougars with the basketball. Keita up top between the rings. Looking for a guard. Finds Saunders curling up the middle. Probes the right side. Drives and kicks into the corner. Drive. Back up top and a travel. That was Boop on the travel. He tried to pivot and kick it out to right for an open 3, but a turnover on BYU.
Really interesting move by BYU's head coach Kevin Young to go to Hadim Boop for Kennard Davis, a little more size on the perimeter.
trying to match Arizona's size. Arizona can go awfully big throughout this game. Wide open three, right corner, kicks off the iron, no good, tapped out of bounds, and it will remain Arizona basketball. The shot clock will be at 20, and our first media timeout. What an exciting opening stanza. 15:55 to go in the first half. It's number 1 and undefeated Arizona 11, BYU 10. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore futureforfootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Morgan alongside Matt Biamonte here in Provo. You could not ask for a more offensive, not offensive, offensive opening stanza. 21 points. Arizona shooting 57%. BYU shooting 67%. And the number 1 and undefeated Wildcats lead it 11-10. It'll be interesting, Matt, to take a look at the pace of this game. Arizona loves to go up and down the floor. They are awfully good in terms of pace and speed of play. BYU doesn't mind going fast, but maybe a little bit slower might favor the Cougars.
I would say so. BYU has 3 turnovers in the last 2 minutes, and maybe that's just trying to be a little too fast and trying to match that up and down tempo. I would expect both teams to maybe settle in a little bit now that some of that early pregame jitters and just the emotion of the atmosphere has maybe settled off here, but both teams can handle the pace, and right now, this is high-level college basketball. There's great shot making, and we're seeing some elite athletes here. It's been a lot of fun to start.
This is not just the game of the night. This is the game of the week, and who knows, maybe it'll be the game of the month. We'll see how it turns out as Arizona inbounds it in the front court. Again to our left, drawing a double is Kribas. They work it around right wing, wide open three, and drilled again. So Arizona continues to get open looks. That's Burries on another bucket, and he's already got 9 to lead all scorers.
They're conceding a lot of open threes in Arizona right now, hitting at a 50% clip.
That's not even their offense, but they'll certainly take it if you let them. Meanwhile, it's a baseline jumper plus the foul for A.J. DeBonza on and 1 for the future NBA lottery pick.
You can't play better defense.
No.
But A.J. with his size and that little fadeaway from the right corner, that's hard to defend, and A.J. is an elite mid-range scorer.
Yeah, for those who think the mid-range game is dead and it's all about dunks and threes, watch this kid play.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's got every shot from the mid-range in his bag, as the kids say, and he can hit them on anybody at 6'9". DiBonza splashes the free throw. He hits 77% of them. And it's back to a one-point game. Arizona leading it 14-13. Sellout crowd here in Provo, Utah. Dribbling around the right side, taking it in the lane, and drawing another foul is Braden Burries. They have no answer right now for number 5 in blue, who's already got 9 points and just drew another foul and a trip to the free throw line.
It'll be interesting to see how this BYU coaching staff chooses to defend him. BYU's best perimeter defender is Kennard Davis. He was on the Big 12 injury report. He's questionable. He started. He's playing. But does that change the approach? If he's not 100%, we'll have to monitor that throughout the game.
Burries projected to be a first-round pick. Roosevelt High School in San Bernardino, California. He came in struggling a bit on the road, but not so far.
Couldn't ask for a better start.
Could not. And now 11 points for Burries, and Arizona has a 16-13 lead. DiBonza walks it up the floor to our right into front court, finds Saunders on the left wing. Now left of the lane. DiBonza going one-on-one. DiBonza pulls up mid-range jumper and draws the foul.
2 quick fouls, too, on one of Arizona's most important players. Probably what their 6th man. One of their best bench players in number 30.
Awaka.
Tobe Awaka. He was a starter most of last year, and now he's got 2 quick ones.
And he's a really important player on both ends. So physical, Awaka is at 6'8", 250, but he just, when DiBonza rises on that jump shot, it's really hard to contest. He's not just 6'9". His apex on the release is just next level as he knocks down the first free throw to make it a 2-point Arizona lead. DiBonza now with 7 points for BYU. He averages 24 points and 7 rebounds. Coming off a freshman record at BYU, 43 points, surpassed the great Danny Ainge with that milestone.
And he was the Naismith Player of the Week. Got that honor today. He's just playing unbelievable in conference play.
Coast to coast and drawing another foul. Arizona living at the free throw line, and a great take by that man again, Braden Burries. They're going to have to find an answer for number 5 in blue.
He's been unbelievable. There's so much focus on AJ and Koa Pete. Sometimes you forget that this dude was a 5-star. This dude played at the McDonald's All-American game. He's probably going to be a lottery pick if he wants to come out. Super talented.
It's the friendly bounce on the first free throw. 12 points for Burries. We've played a little more than 5 minutes. Arizona up 17-15. Second free throw on the way. Sinks it. How about 13 now for the freshman? Arizona leading by 3. 18-15 our score in Provo. Into the front court, Davis walks it up. BYU sets it up in the half court. DiBonza quickly defers. Gives it off to Ahmed now in the game. Number 34 in white, one of the backup bigs. Left wing extended. Boscovich. Now DiBonza, fade and fire, left baseline, missed it. And a rebound into the hands of number 13. That's Krivas, the 7-footer out of Lithuania.
Heavy dose of mid-range from AJ to start this one.
The drive, the floater in the lane, rims off. And skying for the rebound is Saunders. Here come the Cougars. Quickly in the front court. Saunders, little shake and bake, circles up top. Now leaves it left side to DiBonza beyond the left arc. Now Saunders circling right side, throws up a one-handed floater and hits it. Saunders now with 7 points, and it's a 1-point game. Arizona leading it 18-17.
It's an underrated part of his game, ability to get to the rim and hit the floater.
Saunders with 7, another great talent. Coach Kevin Young says he will be in the NBA, no matter what some scouts say. He might not go in the first round, but he's going to play pro ball. Burries, another mid-range jumper. That time it rims off, tapped out. DiBonza scoops it up out deep. DiBonza into front court, leads it off Saunders, right side. Saunders on the drive, stopped at the block, tries to squeeze it inside, and it's kicked out of bounds. It will be BYU basketball.
Great defensive recovery by Arizona. BYU pushing the pace. It looked like Richie was going to get into the paint. That got cut off, and then the ball was kicked out of play. Just tremendous defensive recovery by the Wildcats.
Saunders will inbound at baseline right. 22 on the shot clock. And DiBonza's going to get a quick breather, so he's on the bench here. So let's see how BYU's offense responds with Wright bringing it up into front court after the ball ricocheted into the backcourt. Here's Wright, stops at the right elbow, 15-footer, pops out of there, and the rebound to Arizona.
Open look. You can't complain with that look offensively.
Both teams really great shot selection in this game. Inside, big man Pete had it blocked from behind. I think Saunders got it, and then Saunders got the rebound and pushing up the floor into front court left side. Saunders crossover dribble, cut off, goes back out. Up top it goes. Deferring, left wing, firing, and hitting. That's a three by Boscovich.
Huge three. He's capable of hitting that. He's at 6'9", 6'10", but he can stretch the floor. Big bucket for BYU's bench.
Crowd on its feet as BYU takes a 20-18 lead. Bradley up top, now probing right side, 15-footer right elbow, no. Saunders weak side rebound, and he'll bring it up the floor right side. Up top into the hands of Davis. Davis straight on three, pops out of there, and the rebound of Krivas.
BYU's got to get him going. He's only made 4 of his last 29 from 3.
Air ball fired up by Del Orso. 3 right wing for BYU. It's Davis, and he continues to struggle. Just 28% from 3, 14% in conference play.
And that's going down. 4 of his last 30 in conference play. Just ice cold, and they need him to be a reliable three-point shooter.
Under 12 to play. We're in a break zone. BYU leading at 20-18. Arizona basketball. Ball comes left wing into the hands of Bradley, and a whistle and a foul down low. That'll be against BYU. It'll be Arizona basketball when we come back. Frenetic pace here in Provo. It's number 13, BYU 20. It's number 1, Arizona. That was called number 34, 18. Timeout on the floor. More action coming up from Provo. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore futureforfootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
With Brian Dancel and Matt Biamonte here in Provo, Utah. I'm Mike Morgan. Thank you for tuning in on Elite Media Network, on the Elite Media Network station, on iHeart, on TuneIn, and several stations across the country from Los Angeles to Raleigh, North Carolina. Appreciate you spending Monday night with us, and we got a great one. We got the best game of the night. We might have the best game for the week and maybe beyond. BYU, number 13 in the country, with the presumptive number 1 pick, leading number 1 undefeated Arizona at 20-0. 20-18 our score with 11:45 to go. And so far, Matt could not ask for a much more exciting start.
It's been exciting. It's brought out the stars here in the state of Utah. A huge NBA presence here. Kevin Love, Lowry Markkanen, Ryan Smith, the Jazz head coach Will Hardy amongst those in attendance. Over 30 NBA personnel credentialed for this one.
Yeah, representing over 21 teams at last count. There might be a few late add-ons for this ball game as everybody wants to see the talent in this game. Jump shot left elbow is off the mark for Koa Pete, the talented freshman who's yet to scratch the scoring column.
Only his second field goal attempt. It's been the Burry show so far for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Pete's barely touched the basketball for Arizona, and he is a delight to watch and another expected lottery pick. Keita up top looking for a guard, finds DiBonza back in the game. DiBonza between the rings, takes a couple dribbles floating left. Now right in front of the Arizona bench. Rise and fire three, left wing, left it short. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It will be Arizona basketball. BYU pleading its case, but it will be Arizona ball.
I don't mind that shot attempt. He created space. It was lightly contested, and it was that close to going down. It was a good look, just did not go in for DiBonza.
Two freshman phenoms leading the way. DiBonza with 8. Burry's now with 13. Pete circling up top. Goes to the right wing, gets it back on the return between the rings. Now left side over to Del Orso. Del Orso, rise and fire three. Can't find it. Rebound fought for, and Arizona corrals it left baseline. Finds a cutter, driving, putting it up there. No good. Just a wild shot that time by Bradley. And here comes BYU the other way. Stopping, popping, and an offensive foul called on Wright. He created some space just in front of the right elbow, but they'll say he got away with a little chicken wing action, and the referee called it as he was trying to create space against Del Orso.
It's hard to argue with that. Del Orso is allowed a legal guarding position. He had the space between the basket. Rob Wright lowered his shoulder, and it was a call against BYU.
Arizona basketball, BYU leading at 20-18, 10.5 to play in the first half. Drive, stop, kick out pass, and a walk. Now Arizona turns it over right back. As that time it was Dwayne Aristode, valuable player off the bench, the 6'8 freshman.
It's been over 4 minutes since the Wildcats have scored a point, and yet BYU has not been able to build on that lead. So it's been a fortuitous sequence for the road team.
Arizona, they are a statistical superlative. Everything you look at stat-wise is just amazing. As DiBonza shake and bake, little spin move, pull up from 14-foot, rims off, and then saved by BYU, and then a foul on Arizona. That'll be against Aristode, but great hustle by Keita.
BYU had no business getting that offensive rebound. That was 100% hustle on the part of Keita. He jumped into the Arizona bench to keep that alive, gets it to AJ, he's fouled. Those are winning type plays that you saw right there from Keita.
Keita, whose brother is a star volleyball player in Italy and a YouTube sensation. They both have incredible quick twitch athleticism on display there, saving the basketball from going out of bounds. BYU ball up 20-18, just under 10 minutes to go first half. They work it around the horn, into the right corner, into the hands of Saunders. Saunders, rocker step, crossover, has a little trouble with the handle, now goes up top, shot clock at 2, launching and airballing it at the buzzer is Robert Wright. So a shot clock violation. BYU kind of ran out of time there. I think they lost track of time.
That was an excellent defensive play, and just a big size advantage there on the wing. 6'7" versus Rob Wright, who is about 6 feet, and that's why he got a piece of the ball.
Pete drives, little turnaround jump shot is good from about 10 feet. Koa Pete gets his first basket. He's now 1 for 3, averages over 14.6 rebounds a game, and we're tied at 20.
What an awesome mid-range Jay. He's got such a phenomenal toolbox to work with.
DiBonza, speaking of toolbox, takes it strong left side, missed it with the left hand, but it'll be out of bounds to BYU with 12 on the shot clock.
Another second chance opportunity created by the hustle of Keita. He does not get the ball on isolation plays pretty much ever. A lot of his work is done through effort plays, and he's earned BYU another possession.
Cougars will inbound at baseline right. DiBonza will be the trigger man. Goes up top to Keita. Back to DiBonza, right wing. DiBonza Drives the right side, draws a double, kick out pass, hits the open man, left wing three on the way, no good. So BYU has gotten chilly now from outside. They're 3 from 8 from downtown. Quickly on the other end, Arizona has it blocked, but a goaltend is the call. A goaltend is the call on Biamonte.
What an athletic play, but upon initial look, it just looked like he was a second late. It was on the backboard first.
Yep.
That is a good call.
Yeah, good call, and guess who got the bucket? Burries. What a first half for the freshman Braden Burries. 15 points. 22-20, Arizona in the lead. BYU basketball going left to right. Ball comes up top to right between the rings. Right, scissor dribble, now probes the right side, spinning near the lane, now in the lane, drifting right to left. Draws a double, goes inside, leads it off to the big man, and a feathery touch by Keita makes it 22-22.
He doesn't get a lot of those opportunities, and welcome sign for BYU to get a paint point from Keita.
Arizona on the perimeter. Rough handle for Karchekov. Straightaway three is off the mark. The miss that time by Krivas. Driving, BYU taking it all the way is right. He took it in the trees and got it blocked. Return to sender. Now it's Arizona looking to run. All the way, hard push, layup, up and good. Reverse layup and then a little bit of physicality tying up there. Bradley got tied up with a BYU defender. Referees blowing the whistle, making sure tempers stay calm here, but a great take by Bradley, and Arizona leads it 24-22.
What a veteran move as well. He sensed Richie Saunders trailing for the swat from behind, and he used the rim to shield the block and kind of went reverse style on the layup.
8 minutes to go, first half. Number 1, Arizona up by 2. Biamonte probing left side, stopping near the left elbow. Now goes up top, tries to feed inside, does a little Euro step, and somehow gets some space and then kisses the glass for the deuce. 10 points now for Biamonte.
What footwork from a freshman to step through on the defense and get to the rim.
24-24, 7:35 to go here in Provo, first half. Burries the hot hand. Up top now, probing left, stops. Goes back up top, into the hands of Del Orso. Del Orso throws it at the rim, missed it, tapped out of bounds, and a whistle before it went out of bounds. I believe it will be BYU basketball when we come back. 7:25 to go. Did you expect anything else? 24-24, BYU and Arizona in Provo. We'll take a quick break. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to Marriott Center. Our score here, number 1 Arizona 24, number 13 BYU 24. Let's take a look at a couple of scores that are going on around the country. By the way, for those of you who are listening at home and have succumbed to some of the weather that's gone on, we hope that you are safe. There are 5 games that were postponed this evening due to the weather that is going on across the country. So please, wherever you're listening from, we hope that you are listening to us comfortably. In the Big Ten, Ohio State gets a 6-point win over Penn State, 84-78. Ohio State moves to 14-6 on the season and 6-4 in Big Ten play. Duke got a huge 31-point victory over Louisville. Mike and Matt, back to you.
Yeah, getting out of Atlanta or anywhere in the Southeast was a challenge. Some of us had to leave a day early, and some of us did not make it, including our own Paul Biancardi, who will be with us for several games this year on Elite Media. We thank Matt here, Biamonte checking in, longtime Utah resident. He's seen many great games in this building, including the one he referenced back in 2013. That was Fredette against Kawhi Leonard. Fredette had 43, Kawhi had 22 and 15. 24-24 our score here. BYU basketball. DiBonza has it rejected, but a foul. A foul called on the 7-footer, Mo Krivas. Now back to the free throw line will go DiBonza, who's already got 10 points and a perfect 3 for 3 at the charity stripe.
And this opportunity was made possible by Kennard, Moog, Davis flying in for an offensive rebound. BYU winning the battle on the boards right now, 14-12. That's a key metric. Top 2 rebounding teams in the conference, and BYU has an early edge.
DiBonza hits the first free throw. That's the first thing Kevin Young pointed to us this morning at shoot-around. We cannot get beat on the boards. Arizona kills people on the glass, plus 13.5. That's number 2 in all of college basketball. Silky smooth stroke at the line for DiBonza as he hits a pair. He's got 12. And the lead for BYU is 2, 26-24 with just under 7 minutes to go. Arizona in blue, BYU in white here in Provo. Arizona working to our left. Little floater is on display and knocked down. And then a quick steal by Arizona. Bradley slithered in, stole the inbounds pass from Saunders, and got another bucket. So a little 4-0 exchange for the Wildcats, and they now lead at 28-26.
What a savvy move by the senior Bradley to anticipate that pass and earn an extra possession and bucket for Arizona.
That is the fastest 4-0 run you'll ever see. 3-ball, left wing. Again, BYU has gotten chilly now from behind the arc. And a rebound to Arizona. Wildcats leading at 28-26, 6:15 to go first half.
The struggles continue for Davis. 0-3 from 3.
Probing the right side and drawing the foul. That's number 30 in blue. That is Tobe Awaka, the former Tennessee Volunteer.
What does it say about Awaka, too, that you bring in all these talented freshmen? He started nearly every game last year. Goes to the bench, a team player, and still just a critical piece to this Arizona team. You need his experience. Nearly a double-double a night, a great rebounder. For him to accept that role, I think, says a lot about his character.
No doubt about it. Out of Hyde Park, New York. Splashes the first free throw. Arizona now up by 3. This game has gone back and forth. We've already had 6 ties and 9 lead changes. Second free throw, same as the first, nothing but the bottom of the net. And Arizona watches the lead swell to 4, 30-26, 6:05 to go. BYU basketball in the front court to our right. DiBonza, left wing extended. Now puts it on the deck, takes it in the lane. Little floater, missed it. Out of bounds. Arizona ball. That's the kind of shot, though, Matt, when you talk about DiBonza, he does not miss many of those. Now they're going to change the call. It will be BYU basketball.
Battle underneath the basket between Pete and Keita for the board. We're getting a look at it here on the replay. It does appear that Pete knocked it out of the hands of Keita. I'd say that was a good call, overturning it back to BYU.
Keita gets the inbounds, and then he's fouled. He got it about 20 feet from the bucket, and Pete couldn't help himself, went for the steal. He picks up the foul. Nobody's really in foul trouble yet. Awaka does have 2 for Arizona, but again, he comes off the bench. They've got enough bodies to make up for any time he has to have on the bench. BYU does not have that luxury. BYU's starting 5 leads the country in most combined minutes played. They do not have a deep bench. They rely heavily on the starting 5 and more specifically the big 3. Biamonte, right baseline, drives and bumped and fouled. When he goes downhill, Matt, he is nearly impossible to stop.
He's done a great job getting to the line as well. This will be free throw attempt number 6 and 7 in the first half. He's the only Cougar to attempt a free throw. And to your point on BYU starting 5, in particular, it's the big 3. Biamonte, Wright, and Ritchie. They average nearly 70% of BYU's points. So they are heavily reliant on those 3, and in particular, this starting group to get the job done.
I am not cursing anybody when I say this, but this game has seen perfection at the free throw line. Arizona's 8 for 8. BYU is now 6 for 6. AJ, don't let me down.
Oh, the jinx, Mike, the broadcaster jinx.
Apologies to BYU Nation and the Biamonte family. Arizona up by 3. Brick City on the other end. Offensive rebound, though, for the Wildcats, and back out to the left wing. Here's Bradley driving left to right. Rejected out of bounds. Keita says, not in my house, and swatted it in the second row.
That's the volleyball lineage on display right there. That one was swatted into the stands behind the baseline. He is a phenomenal rim protector. I know he's undersized, but he makes up for it with elite athleticism off the fingertips. A great rejection for Keita.
Arizona with the basketball. Shot clock at 8. Up top, Pete, left wing, 3 on the way. No good. Back iron. Rebound fought for. Biamonte rips it away and dribbles into front court right side. Biamonte looking and possibly thinking of scoring here in the paint. Fade and fire. 14-footer left it short. Keita had it, then scored it away. Arizona gets the rebound and will hold on to it here as we have reached 5 minutes to go. First half, Arizona, number 1 in the country, leading 13, BYU 30-27. Wildcats with the basketball, left wing. Burries, who had the hot hand early, goes inside. And we have a tie-up. Yes, we do. But the arrow will go to Arizona. Arizona basketball.
What a battle down low. Awaka, Keita, Kevin Young, and this BYU coaching staff quickly sent the double with Rob Wright because Awaka, he is so powerful. He can back you down and get right at the rim. That was a nice defensive play by Wright to get in there and help in the paint.
Arizona will inbound it baseline left. Bradley floats it up top into the hands of Karchekov. Back to Bradley left side. Bradley right side, right elbow, stop and pop, sinks it. Beautiful shot by Jaden Bradley. He's got 11, and the Arizona lead is now 5, 32-27.
The guards are doing the heavy lifting for Arizona right now, a combined 28 points.
Wright has the shot blocked. Here comes Arizona the other end, and on the finish, the Wildcats, that was all Karchekov. First he got the block, then he gets the bucket on the other end, and Arizona has its largest lead, 34-27.
Turnovers have been the difference. Arizona has 9 points off 5 BYU turnovers.
4:05 to play first half. BYU with the basketball. Down 7. Saunders puts it on the deck right side. Runs into a brick wall. Now Wright with a little floater inside. He can't hit. There's an offensive rebound. Keita. And then Keita has it stripped. Arizona now has it. And the Wildcats going the other way. All the way to the basket. And a block and a whistle. Is it a goaltend or is it a foul?
Looks like it's a foul. That was an unbelievable block, but we'll have to take another look at it to see if he got him from behind on the body. A tremendous swat by Keita, but they're going to keep the whistle. Maybe the contact was from Hadim Boop, who was in front of him.
It was Burries who took it strong. Keita says, I got all ball. So too does head coach Kevin Young, who's barking at the officials, but they will not win the battle. 34-27. Arizona leading BYU with 3:47 to go. More action from Provo is coming up next. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trunk. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Mike Morgan, Matt Biamonte here in Provo with that goaltend on BYU and on Cada. It's actually Arizona now with a 9-point lead. That is the Wildcats' largest lead of this game, 36-27. We've already had 6 ties, 9 lead changes. But if there is any question to the legitimacy of Arizona's number 1 ranking, 20-0 undefeated, 7-0, it's the second best start in the history of the Big 12. Kansas back in 1997 went 22-0. But the more you look at this team in person, Matt, the more you realize why Arizona is undefeated.
And they get a lot of props for their offense, and rightfully so, and we've seen it in spurts, but their defense, I think, flies under the radar a little bit. They lead the Big 12 in field goal percentage. They're holding BYU to 33% from the field, 27% from 3. They're making life hard on BYU to get good looks.
BYU started this game 7 for 11 from the field. They've missed 14 of their last 16 shots. DiBonza double pump in traffic, hand in his face. Again, you can't defend it any better, but the freshman phenom still hits. He's got 15.
And a huge bucket for BYU. This is dangerous territory. These next 4 minutes are key for both teams.
36-29, number 1 Arizona in the lead with the basketball going to our left. Burries whips it over left side. Bradley, stop and pop, good. 15-footer, left elbow extended.
Off balance. There was nothing pretty about that shot, but it goes down. Bradley's having a phenomenal game, 13 points now.
13 for Bradley, 19 for Burries. They've been a 2-man wrecking crew for number 1 Arizona. DiBonza sandwiched, stops just in front of the right elbow, goes back out, now up top Saunders. Saunders been relatively quiet, dribbled into a double team and had it knocked away, and then a foul called, a frustration foul on Saunders. It'll be Arizona basketball. He turned his back to the defense. That's a no-no.
I know Kevin Young talked about rebounding and shoot around, but that hasn't been the problem here in the first half for BYU. It's the turnovers. 7 turnovers have led to 11 Arizona points. That's the difference in the score right now. BYU at times, Mike, can get a little sticky with the handle. I think you saw it there, just a little too much on the dribble. Arizona picked the pocket, and they're back on the free throw line.
And the shooting percentage for BYU down considerably now, 36% as the free throw rims off. So a critical miss on a 1-and-1. And it'll be BYU basketball with under 3 minutes to go first half. Arizona up by 9, 38-29. Where does BYU turn? Well, who else? Number 3 with the white headband. That's DiBonza at the top. Now backing up behind the three-point line. Looking for a ball screen. Will he get one?
floats over to the right side, directing traffic. Nobody's moving for BYU. Talk about sticky. DiBonza still dribbling, works his way to the right block, tries to kick out, pass, and it's stolen away. Here comes Arizona, full throttle all the way, and the break is finished. Driving left hand, Burry set that play up and got it right to number 8 in blue. That is Karchekov, and that is the largest lead for Arizona, 40-29, 13 points off turnovers for the number 1 Wildcats.
You got to share the ball. If you're BYU, only 4 assists on your 10 made field goals. Against Utah on Saturday, they were at their best. They took care of the ball, only 8 turnovers in that game, 17 assists in a convincing win over the Utes. You fast forward to tonight, you've got 4 assists and 8 turnovers, so it's 2-1, but it's in the wrong direction. Mike, you want to be 2-1, 3-1, assist to turnovers. You don't want to be coughing it up twice as many times as you are sharing the ball. They've got to find a way to move it. And Kevin Young talks about this all the time, Mike. Some of it, too, is you just don't make shots.
Right.
35% from the field. You've got to convert when they've been open. In particular, you look at Kennard Davis. He's had 3 good looks from 3. None of them went down.
Well,
that's it.
I know DiBonza is capable of taking a team and putting it on his back as he did just 2 nights ago against Utah with 43 points. But he's going to have some help. He's got 15. At times, he's trying to direct traffic, looking for an open teammate. He's looking a little bit frustrated right now. It's a critical final 2:09 of the half as BYU has missed 6 out of its last 7 shots, and they're down by 11. Keita up top finds Saunders. Saunders curling. Saunders goes left wing. Here's a 3-ball on the way, too strong. Boscovich, no, and the rebound. Robert Wright somehow comes away with it in the trees, and he throws up the shot and it's blocked.
Great defensive play. Burries did not give up on it and got the rejection.
Bradley between the rings, now floating to the right side. He sets up the play in the half court. Arizona is on a 16-3 run in the last 5 minutes and change. Stop and pop, right elbow, got it! Bradley, nothing but the bottom of the net. The largest lead swells to 42-29.
He is feeling it here in the first half.
15 for Bradley. Saunders, meanwhile, goes inside. Pivot, shot up, and good. A much-needed bucket for Boscovich to stop the bleeding. It's 42-31 Arizona.
And it's points from someone other than the big 3 for BYU, which is big time to get some production off the bench.
Left wing, Burries floats over to the right side, goes back left side, Bradley. Bradley, 7 on the shot clock, sees it. Bradley in the lane, Bradley with 3, Bradley with 2. Bradley drops it down. A little floater inside the lane with the shot clock waning towards 0. And with 49.7 to go in the first half, timeout Arizona. 44-31 as we pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network. .7 seconds on the clock, and this crowd, which was so rowdy at tip-off, 18,000 strong. Matt, they've been silenced. 44-31, Arizona leads, and they have dominated the final 10 minutes of this half.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to great basketball, Mike. You look at Bradley and Burries, they have 36 combined points. They're outscoring BYU themselves. They have made 14 of 21, so they're shooting well above 50%. Bradley in particular is making everything he puts up. 8 of 12 for Bradley. This is why Arizona's just so good. You think, hey, we got to stop Cole Pete. We got to keep him out of the paint. And then the guards get you. There's just so many ways for Arizona to beat you.
You know what else they do well? They protect the basketball. They value possessions. Just 2 turnovers in this half. That is an amazing stat against a BY defense that can be awfully athletic and suffocating in their own right. Rise and fire 3, Saunders out of the timeout, missed it, and out of bounds. It will be Arizona basketball with 40.6 on the clock and leading it 44-31.
I'm a bit surprised that BYU has struggled from three in this one, and that's probably a testament to Arizona's defense. They're shooting 37% from three on the year, Mike, at home, which is better than they shoot it normally. They're about 35%, a tick above at home. They're down at 23% right now. You got to make threes if you want to handle this Arizona defense.
Yeah, you're not going to beat #1 Arizona if you don't make shots, and they're just not making shots here in the latter part of the second half. Arizona going to bleed some clock. It's Bradley dribbling near the timeline. They work it around right side, outside right. On the drive, banging bodies, missed the shot down low. Rebound is fought for in the paint. I think we have a tie-up. We do. And now we got a little bit of a scrap. Referees getting in between the players. We had a couple of players barking at one another. And everybody backing up, including Awaka, number 30 for Arizona. He was right in the middle of it. I don't think he's a guy you want to mess with at 6'8", 250.
They might have to look at this. It looked like there was a battle for the ball. Awaka went down, and then he might have kicked Ladim Boop, maybe in frustration. Looks like we are going to get a look at the monitor. If this becomes a flagrant, what an opportunity for BYU. Wow. You're down 13. You're going to get free throws and possession. You'll have the last shot.
I mean, if you're Awaka, what do you have to be frustrated about? Your team is absolutely dominating this game. And you're right, I just saw the left foot kick.
And it's just a routine tie-up. There was no malicious intent there.
No,
battle
not
for
at
the
all.
Ball.
Yeah, Grayson Allen would be proud of the play. But
Great reference. And ties to Kevin Young.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Phoenix.
Yep. I don't think this call is going to end well. They're looking at it at the monitor on the other side where our broadcast position is situated. I think this is going to really, as you pointed out, provide a little bit of a window for BYU to have some end-of-the-half momentum.
And I like your point. What's there to get frustrated about?
Right.
You're up double digits. You have absolutely dominated the last 5 minutes of the game. There's nothing malicious here. There's just a battle for a loose ball. There's just no need to do that and potentially open the door for BYU to go into the half with a shot of life.
Yeah, it makes no sense when you think about it. Boop was the guy who was tangled up with Awaka. This game has been a lot of things, but it hasn't been by any stretch dirty. Both teams playing hard, but it's been a clean half. It hasn't been chippy.
Nope.
It's just a situation, yeah. So Boop kind of tore the ball away, and then Awaka, for whatever reason, just kind of kicked out his left foot. I would expect this to be a flagrant one on Awaka, and as you pointed out, 2 free throws in the basketball would be a great opportunity in the final 17.5 seconds, 44-31, our score, Arizona on top. They are still huddled right in front of the DB Sport review system here.
These are the type of things, too, when you're on the road, you have to avoid these type of moments that can get the crowd back into it.
Yeah.
This crowd has not been into this game for the past 10 or so minutes at game time because Arizona, they put the clamps down defensively. They're getting out on the break and getting to the rim. Just not a lot to get into. And then a potential opportunity to just breathe some life back into 18K.
Wow, offsetting technical fouls.
Interesting that it's on Keita and not Awaka. Excuse me, Boop. It was on Awaka, but
I didn't see what Keita did at all. I thought for sure it was on Boop, if anything. And honestly, I thought BYU was going to walk out of that scot-free. So, in essence, it's like in football, it's offsetting penalties, like just replay the down, so to speak. So a break, I think, for Arizona.
Absolutely.
BYU does have the ball. Shot clock is off, 17.5 to go, and trailing at 44-31. That verdict does not please Kevin Young, who is still talking to Kip Kissinger, the referee tonight. Now BYU will inbound it, and DiBonza is going to scoop it up and bring it into front court. Let's see what BYU sets up. They've got 3 along the baseline. DiBonza just dribbling out deep. Now between the rings. Now to the left side, just 3 seconds left. Got to make something happen here. Dubon's desperation three left wing, missed it short, and that is how the half will end. That is not the execution that Kevin Young was looking for. Took off way too much time, and that's a settle of a shot. Bradley and Burries, 36 points to help lead the way for Arizona in a 44-31 halftime score. Number one undefeated Arizona dominating thus far. That is the end of the first half, 44-31 our score. Halftime show is coming up next. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi.
Welcome to the Elite Media Network Halftime Show. From Marriott Center in Provo, Utah, here's Brian Dancel.
Welcome back into the Marriott Center. My name is Brian Dancel, your host of the Elite Media Network Halftime Show. Our score here, number 1, Arizona 44, number 13, BYU 31. Let's take a look at a couple of the scores that are going on around the country. I did mention it earlier, folks. If you are listening to us, however it is that you are listening to us, we hope that you are safe. We do know that there is a lot of weather that is going on all around the country, and we hope that you are enjoying our broadcast here of the game tonight while staying safe. Number 4, Duke gets a huge win over number 20, Louisville by 31 points, 83-52. Super freshman Cam Boozer with a double-double tonight, 19 points and 10 boards. Also in major conference play, Ohio State moves to 14-6 on the season with an 84-78 win over Penn State in Columbus. Ohio State actually scored 50 points in the first half and just began pulling away in the second half. John Mobley Jr., local product in Columbus, 25 points, 3 steals for him. we mentioned there are 5 postponed games this evening. We hope that everybody in those areas are staying safe. Alabama A&M was supposed to be at Prairie View A&M, Howard at Coppin State, Wagner at LIU, Long Island University, East Texas A&M at Lamar, and Abilene Christian at Tarleton State. Most of those games going on the Eastern Seaboard and in the state of Texas. If you have not seen some pictures from the state of Texas, it is a winter wonderland at this point. Nothing but white covering the ground, making it very, very dangerous for most to travel. So again, we hope that you are staying safe, and we hope that you are enjoying our broadcast of Arizona and BYU. That's a look around the country. Coming up, we'll take a look at the first half stats. You are listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trial. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore futureforfootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to Marriott Center and the Elite Media Network halftime show. I'm your host, Brian Dancel. Let's take a look at a couple of the stats that happened there in the first half. Basically a yo-yo start to this game. It was back and forth, both teams taking their best shots. At the end of the first half, what I can tell you, this has been an absolute freshman show. The true freshmen have shown out. Brandon Burries with 19 points for Arizona of their 44. A.J. Biamonte with 15 of BYU's 31. Arizona basically just shooting the lights out there in the latter half of that first half. 17 of 34 from the field for 50%. Neither team shooting it well from beyond the arc. Arizona with 2 for 8 from beyond the arc. BYU, on the other hand, a completely different story. Huge scoring droughts of 4+ minutes and 2+ minutes to end, like I said, the latter end of that second half. Arizona is on a 20-5 run since the 7-minute and 5-second remaining mark of the first half to end and give them the 13-point lead that they have. Leading the way for Arizona, we brought it up, Braden Burries, 19 points. Jaden Bradley, the senior, with 17. Over for BYU, led by A.J. DeBonsa with his 15. Richie Saunders with 7 right behind him. We needed to take a look at a couple of more superlative stats. BYU has turned the ball over 9 times thus far, and Arizona is absolutely making them pay for it, scoring 13 of their points off of those 9 turnovers. Up next, we go back to the court with Mike Morgan and Matt Biamonte. The second half of BYU and Arizona is about to get underway. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on. It's time to start the second half between the Arizona Wildcats and BYU Cougars. From Marriott Center in Provo, Utah, here's Mike Morgan and Paul Biancardi.
Thank you very much. Mike Morgan, Matt Biamonte here in Provo, Utah. The #1 team in the land, Arizona, showing why. 20-0 coming in and leading it at the half in convincing fashion, 44-31 over the #13 team in the country, BYU. BYU all-time against the #1 team in college basketball, 1-9. We referenced, of course, the last top 15 matchup for this building. That would have been when BYU took on San Diego State 2011. Fredette went off for 43. Kawhi Leonard went off for 22 and 15. BYU won that game. BYU, Matt, if they're going to win this game, they're going to have to play much better basketball in the second half.
For BYU fans, this is a familiar position in that BYU this year has trailed more than you'd think at the half and found ways to win games. They are 5-2 on the year when trailing at the half, and it's happened recently. TCU came to town not even 2 weeks ago, and they led at the half, and BYU found a way. They've been a very good second half team. Now, in order to do that, I think the obvious thing is they need to make some shots. They're shooting well below their season average from the field and from three. And then they've got to limit the rim attempts for Arizona, which might be a tall task. Arizona's great at the rim. Arizona's 8 of 13 at the rim tonight, where BYU's only 1 of 4. That's plus 14 for the Wildcats at the rim. Gotta find a way to force Arizona outside the paint, which nobody's been able to do.
Nobody's been able to do that. The other thing that Arizona does against everybody is get fast break points. They're number 1 in the Big 12. They're one of the best in the country, and they lead that category 12-2. So they're getting points in transition. They're getting points in the paint. And oh, by the way, the mid-range game is on full display for Burries and Bradley, the B&B boys. So right now, Arizona has everything going at an optimum level, and BYU, it can't just be DeBonza. He had 15 points, but Wright was 1 of 9 for the field, just 2 points. And really nobody, Saunders had 7, but it was a quiet 7. Nobody else has really found a rhythm here. BYU's going to have somebody step up besides number 3 in White.
And the Wright performance was a bit surprising, considering he's over 20 points a game in conference play. He's their best three-point shooter as well, and he's 0 of 3 from 3.
Arizona with the basketball first here in the second half, now going to our right. A little runner off the mark, back iron, unkind for Burries, and the rebound into the hands of Saunders for BYU. BYU's offense shot just 33% in half number 1. We'll see what they can get going here in the second. Wright dribbling between the circles, gets a high ball screen from Keita, probes the right side. Little runner is good. And that hopefully will get Robert Wright going for BYU's sake.
Good sign to get him into the paint for an easy teardrop.
Quick pass. No. Shot missed on the right side. Offensive rebound by Arizona. No. Tapped around. And a scrum down in the paint near the free throw line. Bodies everywhere. And it will be an arrow going to BYU.
And I don't think that was a jump ball.
It was not a jump ball.
I think that was a kick call by the official.
Oh.
So that's not going to switch the arrow.
Okay.
But it is going to be possession BYU.
Well, we already had a player kicked, and now we just had the ball kicked. A game of soccer has broken out here in Provo. 44-33. BYU trailing by 11. First minute of the second half as Wright walks it up the floor. Again, high ball screen. Drifting to the right side. He's got Saunders over to the left. DeBonza's in the right corner. Hasn't touched it yet, and now a hand check foul. And that'll be the first foul of the second half. It'll go against Bradley.
What a great first minute for BYU. Defensively, you're forcing them a little bit further out in the paint. And then offensively, it's heavy dose pick and roll. You're getting good looks. It's not about making shots now, but that you couldn't have asked for a better first minute for BYU.
DeBonza working right wing, now backing in. Draws a double, back up top to right. Kick out pass, left wing 3 on the way. Got it! Kennard Davis, he's been struggling. That's his first points of the night.
Huge bucket, and there is life again in the Marriott Center.
44-36 in the lane. Ball on the deck. Another scrum. And BYU comes away with it. Into the hands of Wright, leading the break. DeBonza, left wing, rise and fire 3. Off the rim, tapped around and hauled in by Arizona. Now the Wildcats have numbers the other way. Burries draws the foul on the take to the basket. Beautiful execution by Arizona after the miss by BYU in transition. They quickly got it in the front court, took advantage of numbers the other way.
That was a good foul from Richie. You're going to put him on the free throw line. Now Burries is perfect, 6 of 6. So he's more than capable of bearing both of those, but don't let them get an easy one on a broken transition defensive sequence.
He's shooting right into the teeth of the student section, which is an ocean of white t-shirts, and he calmly sinks the first one. All types of signs, inflatables, didn't matter. Burries buries a pair calmly, and Arizona expands the lead back to 10, 46-36.
Burries has been on a tear offensively these last few games.
DeBonza missed it, got it back, right wing 3, yes!
Huge back-to-back triples for Mu Davis, he's breaking out of a slump at just the right time.
The lead is down to 7, just like that. Less than 2 minutes into the second half, and Arizona responds with a 3.
Burries might be on a new career high watch. That's 28's his high mark on the year. He's up to 23.
24 with the 3.
Jeez,
24 points for Burries, makes it 49-39. Saunders in the tree, stops, pops the foul or a travel. They'll call him for steps down low. It's been a rough night so far for Saunders, the senior. 7 points, 5 rebounds, but it just feels like he has not gotten into a flow. Wildcat basketball going to our right. Burries to Pete, right of the lane. Pete backing in, uses that big frame, throws it wildly off the glass, but a late whistle and a foul called as Pete muscled his way toward the paint and drew the contact. He'll go to the line for a pair.
Incredible physicality for a freshman to back down to Bonsa to get right at the rim and draw the foul.
That is lottery pick on lottery pick. 2 freshmen going mano a mano, and Pete wins the battle and hits the free throw. Arizona now at the line, 11 for 12, 92%. Pete on the year is only 62%. The freshman from Chandler, Arizona, where he led his high school team to 4 consecutive state championships. We've got some substitutions, and the referees have stopped play in between the free throws. Oh, we got...
Richie ran over to the bench, was wiping his leg. Wonder if there was maybe a blood situation. No assistance from the trainer. Richie's back onto the floor, but
okay.
Great response by Arizona. There's a little life here. Davis is hitting some threes, and the lead's back up to double digits.
BYU cut it to 7, but the second free throw is a miss. But a lane violation on BYU. I think Pete might have had a little hitch in the free throw, and that threw off the timing of everybody trying to box out.
You do not see that called very often, but a break for Arizona.
And he rattles home the second to make it 51-39 with 17:24 to play. Arizona has had 7 different players score 20 points this year. That's tied with Alabama for the most of any team in college basketball. They can hit you from a number of different angles. Tonight it's been all Bradley and Burries. DiBonza, right corner, driving toward the lane, stops at the right elbow, pivots, little finger roll, beautiful move, but he could not get the bounce. Arizona into front court, going left to right. Lob pass down low to Pete, draws a double. Pete dribbles out of it. Pete, skip pass, right side, and tapped out of bounds. Good job attacking the passing lane by Saunders.
Went for that cross-court pass to find an open three-point shooter in the right corner, and Richie did a nice job to recover and knock it out of play. Chance to reset the defense with 17 on the shot clock.
Bradley puts it on the deck, drives, finds the cutter, and a beautiful reverse layup by Karchenkov, but that was all set up by Bradley finding the cutter.
The vision and the chemistry on the backdoor cut, beautiful play by Arizona.
53-39, Wildcats in the lead. DiBonza outside right. Looks for a ball screen, gets it from Queta, dribbles, finds left wing, 3-ball, right's got the hot hand, right missed that time, Saunders flying in, offensive rebound and a stick back.
That's why he's going to play in the NBA, Mike. He just does the little things, flies in weak side to get the offensive rebound, put back with the left hand on the layup. Those are winning plays from Richie, and they're going to need a lot more of those to get back into this one.
A quick timeout on the floor with 16:20 to go. Arizona up by a dozen, 53-41, our score from Provo. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. Palm Casual, PalmCasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
BYU down to 2 timeouts, but Kevin Young knows every minute here of this early going of the second half is critical, as right now BYU is down by 12, 53-41 with 16:20 to go. They cut it to 7, Matt, and then all of a sudden Arizona just did Arizona things.
Well, Burries comes down and buries a 3 to get it back to 10, and then they've just done a great job of keeping BYU out of the paint. BYU's missed a couple threes since the crowd got into it after back-to-back triples from Kennard Moo Davis. And look, they're showing us all why they're number one. They're handling the environment. They are responding to BYU runs. They're efficient from the field at 48, almost 49%. And the turnover still, I think, is a huge difference. 15-0 in favor of Arizona over BYU. So, look, they're looking the part as the top team in the country.
Arizona up 12 with the basketball, 15-footer off the opening possession, but they got an offensive rebound and get it right back. That's the 7-footer Krivas giving the Wildcats an extra possession. Right wing stuck there as Bradley killed the dribble. Now goes right elbow into Pete. Faces up, mid-range jumper is good. Koa Pete from 15 feet makes it 55-41 Arizona.
What an incredible player. Bursts onto the scene with that 30-piece in his first ever college game. He's just got an unbelievable offensive skill set.
Right. Tough shot, drifting left, missed it, and then got it back. Jump ball will favor BYU, and that'll bring us to the media timeout with 15:38 to go. Wildcats 55 and the Cougars 41, 15:38 to play in Provo. It's NCAA basketball, and it's the Elite Media Network.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Alongside Matt Biamonte, Mike Morgan with you here. Brian Dancel, our studio host. Provo, Utah, capacity crowd of 18,000. But it's the visiting #1 Arizona Wildcats trying to spoil the party, leading at 55-41 with 15:38 to go. Reminder for those of you tuning in on so many of our great affiliates across the country, as well as our Elite Media Network station on iHeart and TuneIn. You can also check out the YouTube station. No video tonight, but you can check it out, see an updated graphic, and just kind of get a little feel for what we'll be doing throughout the year, where you'll be able to see our mugs, whether you like it or not. You'll be able to see them during our broadcasts this year throughout all of our college basketball coverage. This will be our second game. We've got several great games left. And what a terrific atmosphere and what a terrific matchup tonight. #1, Arizona. #13, BYU. And it's the Cougars basketball going to our left. Saunders feeds the big man down low. Reverse layup, no good. At the rim, Keita just could not finish.
BYU struggled at the rim, where they've only made one basket, a layup and dunks. 1 for 5, not going to do it.
Arizona back in the front court. Pete trapped in the corner, finds the cutter. They work it, reverse, sets up a wide open three. And it hits the rim 3 times before it caroms off into the hands of Keita.
Lucky bounce for BYU. That would have really extended the lead.
15-footer to Bonza. That's money in the bank. If you give him the rise and fire from the elbows, you can book it. 17 points now for the uber-talented freshman and the presumptive #1 pick in the draft. 55-43, Arizona with the lead in the ball. Pete stops at the right elbow. Back out left wing perimeter behind the arc into the hands of Burries, who leads the way with 24 points. They try to feed the post, and there's Keita anticipating. Steal for BYU into the hands of Saunders, gliding right side in the front court. Stops at the baseline. Back in the corner, and nowhere to go. Such great defense from Arizona. Now launches a 3, back iron, and gets his own rebound, and then takes it, probes the baseline, finds in the corner Davis, and back up top DeBonza. DeBonza, strong take left side, and he wanted a whistle, tried to sell the call. They say it was clean, and they say it's out of bounds off of him to Arizona.
Great drive. I like the idea by AJ to get to the rim. I think he's got a case. There looked to be a reach from Bradley on weak side defense. Oh, that's clearly a foul. You just saw it here on the replay, all over the arm. AJ should be on the free throw line.
Bradley got away with that one, but as it stands, 11 turnovers. Of all the things that are reviewable in today's day and age of college basketball, that is not one. Unlike the NBA, where you can review almost anything. 15 points off turnovers for Arizona. They got another chance to add to that here off the turnover. Leading at 55-43. Kick out pass back up top, outside left. Into the hands of Pete. Pete going to work, driving left side. Stops, pivots, 10-footer on the reverse, and steps. A travel on Arizona and a travel on Koa Pete, who looks incredulous. He can't believe it, but it will be BYU basketball.
Back-to-back Arizona turnovers, and yet BYU still not with points off turnovers, an opportunity to get into that category.
A 3 would cut it back into single digits. DeBonza, though, has other ideas. Driving hard and a 2-hand slam. He probed the left side and from 22 feet out just said, I'm going downhill and I'm attacking the rack, and then he gives the rim a workout. 10-point game. Arizona inside, got it! Hoop in the harm, a chance for a three-point play. Big-time bucket for Tobe Awaka.
BYU came with the double, and he still got it up for and one. What a strong move in the perimeter by Awaka. Boscovich wanted to come in and help. The hesitation, and he gets the bucket. Arizona's got all the answers, Mike.
And so does Awaka, who plays some grown man basketball. He'll take it right at your chin. 6'8", 250, and rattles in the free throw. A three-point play, and the lead swells to 13, 58-45. 13 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in this one from Provo. DiBonza, left wing, driving, right side in the lane, fade and fire, left it short, but a foul. And back to the free throw line goes the freshman phenom, number 3 in white, A.J. DiBonza.
He's done all the scoring for BYU. Chance to get to 20 and 21 for A.J. Look, he's phenomenal. If he can carry you, great. But ideally, you'd like to have another guy get into double figures and just pose a threat that Arizona has to defend here in the second half.
And he is not a selfish player by any means. In fact, Coach Kevin Young telling us today, at times I have to tell him, be more aggressive, be more assertive. Don't worry about sharing the wealth. You're the best player on the floor every time out, as he misses the first free throw. And missed them both. An empty trip at the line. Arizona with the ball up 58-45.
He's the only BYU player who's attempted free throws.
It's amazing. They've 6 of 9. That's the only free throws all night for BYU. Nobody else has really been a big factor in this game. Wildcats trying to feed the post. A great anticipation, almost a steal. And forcing the turnover is BYU. I believe that was Davis. Yeah, Davis was just hounding the pass near the sideline and forced the turnover.
He did a great job anticipating that double, closed in, and then eventually it was knocked out of bounds off Arizona. Good defensive play.
BYU with the basketball. DiBonza driving, left side layup blocked. Offensive rebound, kick out past Saunders. Saunders left wing, 3 ball on the way, no. Tapped around, and another offensive rebound to the hands of Ahmed. DiBonza, right wing 3, barely hit the front iron. He looks tired right now.
A little too early to be settling for threes.
Yeah.
Still 12 minutes to go. You can still run your normal offense.
58-45 as we approach the 12-minute mark of this game. Arizona in blue going to our right, trying to tack on to the lead. Feeding the post, right hook shot, good. Inside, that is once again Awaka, and he's given him huge minutes off the bench. 7 points for the big man. DiBonza, rise and fire, 15-footer right wing. He never misses that, but he goes back iron on that one. Arizona up 15 with the basketball. Under 12 minutes to go here in Provo. Atabwa gets it downhill and draws the foul on the floor. They'll say not on the shot. And with 11:35 to go, it will be Arizona basketball when we come back. They're number 1 in the country for a reason, folks. Arizona 20-0, right now up by 15 with 11:35 to go in Provo. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trunk. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
.11:35 to go here in Provo. The Marriott Center, 18,000 strong, trying to cheer on their BYU Cougars to a victory over number 1 Arizona. Depending on what you look at with the Vegas spread and whatever else, you could call it an upset, but not much of one. BYU comes in number 13 in the country, 17-2 overall, 5-1 in the Big 12. But Arizona, 20-0 overall, 7-0 in the Big 12. It's the second best start in Big 12 history. You got to go back to 1997. Kansas went 22-0, and you thought maybe BYU had all the momentum it needed to go into this game and really put together a landmark victory. But so far, Matt, Arizona has had other ideas.
Their ability to do what they want is truly an elite skill that I think will serve them well in the NCAA tournament. Of course, BYU wants to keep them out of the paint, and yet they just find ways to get down into the paint. They shoot a high percentage. Doesn't matter what you want them to do, they're going to do what they want to do.
Arizona basketball in front court. A fade and fire and a bucket for Jaden Bradley, who has 19. It's been the Bradley and Burry show for Arizona, 62-45 Wildcats.
When they're making shots like that, there's nothing you can do.
No, I mean, the degree of difficulty on a lot of these for Arizona is awfully strong, but they have come to play tonight. Saunders stops at the left block. Kick out, left corner three is off the mark by Boscovich. And then out of bounds, it will be Arizona basketball. So on top of everything else, BYU has missed its last 5 shots. They're in a 2-minute and 33-second scoring drought.
Credit to Arizona defensively, but if you don't make open shots, it's just not going to happen. 34% from the field.
Oh, Pete finds the big man, Krivas, for the two-hand slam. That's big to big. Beautiful execution, and Arizona has its largest lead, 64-45.
They're sharing the ball. They're getting it into the paint. This is just what Arizona's done all year.
The student section to our right chanting BYU. BYU trying to get a spark. That might help. Kennard Davis hits his third triple to make it 64-48.
He's broken out of a slump here in the second half.
Oh, Pete with the float game. Again, more degree of difficulty, and it's 66-48 Arizona, 10-10 to play. My goodness, Arizona is just on fire in every aspect of this game. Saunders stuck in the right corner, gets it back in the right wing. Now drives baseline, runs out of room, throws it, and knocked out of bounds by the 7-footer Krivas, who says return to sender, the 7'2", 260-pound Lithuanian.
They've done a really good job of running Richie off the three-point line where he's 1 of 4. He looks for the three first, and a lot of times they've just taken it away. And then you funnel him into the trees down low. It's hard to get a clean look.
Yep. And that's a good way of putting it. They have funneled BYU into the trees, and Arizona is so physical and so long down low. DiBonza, fade and fire on the baseline, missed it, but now a whistle, and that's against BYU. I believe Ahmed going for the offensive rebound, crashing, but whistled for the foul. So that's already 5 team fouls on BYU in the second half with 9:49 to go. And Arizona up 66-48.
AJ's cooled off a little bit here in the second half. He's 2 of 8. He's getting to his spots. You wonder if maybe there's a fatigue element here, but he has not been as efficient in the second half.
I did ask AJ about that at shoot-around today, and he plays so many minutes, you ever get fatigued? He said sometimes here at home, especially with the elevation, he finds himself getting a little bit fatigued late in games. That's going to be an illegal screen. Rivas got his hand caught in the cookie jar right at the top of the key, so it'll be BYU ball.
BYU offensively is trotting out a look that we have not seen very often. I think they're leaning into the 3 now. They bring in Alexei Kostic along with Kennard Davis, Boscovich, AJ, and Rob. 5 guys capable of spreading the floor and hitting threes.
Dibonza between the rings, trying to find somebody open. Now drifting to the right side, beyond the arc. Spinning, driving, draws a double, kick out pass, sets up the open 3 and got it. Well, you just mentioned Kostic has barely played in the last few games, the freshman out of Austria. They needed some instant 3-point prowess, and he brings it and makes it 66-51.
He's capable.
Pete, quick turnaround, 15-footer, no good. Offensive rebound, Otaba, and he gets hacked. Excuse me, Awaka. Awaka will go to the free throw line for 2. Offensive rebound for the number 1 rebounding team in the Big 12, the number 2 rebounding team in the country, Arizona.
And Awaka is a very underrated rebounder. He was 5th in the Big 12 last year in rebounded. In a lot of ways, he's like Keita, undersized, but so physical down low.
Now, he doesn't even start as he bricks the free throw. He doesn't even start, and he averages just under 10 rebounds.
Free Chick-fil-A, Mike. If he misses 2 free throws, this is free Chick-fil-A.
I am hungry, but he rattles the second one home. That's the reverse broadcasting jinx. You just cost us all a Chick-fil-A. I hope you're proud of yourself, Matt.
I really wanted that sandwich, too.
I think we all do. 67-51, Arizona in the lead. BYU with the basketball to our left. Under 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Dibonza. A lot of shake and bake, but not a lot of movement up top. Now in the middle of a triple team, finds a wide open shooter, top of the key, good! A 3-ball knocked down, and it's Kostic with his second triple off the bench in just a matter of a minute.
They are going heavy threes to cut into this lead.
Crowd comes alive, crowd on its feet. 67-54, Arizona with the basketball, going to our right, strong drive and a finish. Beautiful take by Korchekov.
They always seem to have an answer.
8 points for Korchenkov. Dibonza, meanwhile, down low on the right block, draws the foul before the shot. And that'll be team foul number 4 on Arizona.
That's been 3 separate times now in the second half, Mike, where BYU makes a 3. The fans get on their feet.
Yeah.
They want to get a stop, and Arizona finds a way to quiet the crowd.
Arizona has had an answer every time BYU has threatened, particularly in this second half. They cut it to 7, answer. They cut it back to 11, answer. It's just been that type of day. Dibonza, he's gone 3-ball heavy, and that's not necessarily his specialty. He missed it from the right wing, back iron. Rebound Arizona, under 8 minutes to play.
2 of 9 now for AJ in the second half.
And 6 of 20 for the game. 69-54. Wildcats, the number 1 team in the land, up by 15. And it's Bradley dribbling right into a double team. And now Bradley saying, get off me, guys. You got 3 white jerseys surrounding him. It's going to be Arizona ball in the arrow. But he was hounded. Kennard Davis, one of the guys in there. And that'll bring us to a media timeout with 7:46 to play in Provo. BYU needs a big run, and they need it in a hurry. 69-54. Arizona leads it. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trunk. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to Marriott Center. I am your host, Brian Dancel. Our score here, Arizona 69, BYU 54. Let's take a look at a couple scores going that have already concluded for the evening with a light schedule. Duke beat Louisville 83-52 earlier this evening. Cam Boozer with a double-double in that game, 19 points and 10 boards. Take a look at the standings in the Big 12. Arizona with 7 wins to no losses. Texas Tech right behind them with 6 wins and 1 loss. BYU 5 wins and 1 loss. Houston also with a 5-1 record in conference. The Duke Blue Devils 8-0 in the ACC, 19-1 overall, and I bring that up because that 1 loss to Texas Tech here in the Big 12. Mike and Matt, back to you.
And thank you. We'll have Syracuse at Duke later on this season on Elite Media Network. That should be a fun one as well. Duke awfully talented once again. What's new? Arizona, meanwhile, talented in their own right and doing what they do best, taking it in the paint, drawing another whistle and another foul. Karchenkov will go to the line for a pair. Arizona scores 51% of its points in the paint. That is the 11th most in the country. It's the only Big 12 team over 50%. And tonight, 34 of the 69 points have come in that navy blue area called the paint, as the first free throw bounces in for Karchenkov. Karchenkov this year averaging 9.5 points per game. Really good, solid glue guy for this Arizona team that is just loaded. I mean, everywhere you look. We've barely mentioned Koa Pete's name tonight. He's only got 8. Hadn't mattered. They lead at 71-54. Still a ton of time in this game. 7.5 to go, but BYU has to find something. Has to find an answer on offense. Saunders, 3-ball. That could be a good start. He buries it to make it 71-57.
They're heating up from 3. 5 of 12 here, 6 of 13 now in the second half, but they got to get stops.
Out of bounds. It will be BYU basketball. Taking it strong was Pete, but he dribbled it off his leg.
That is the stop you're looking for, and a made bucket here. Maybe you cut it to 11. That could get some fans on their feet and a chance for some momentum.
Robert Wright, who's been so good this year, takes it down low. Kick out pass, Bonza, straightaway 3-ball. Off the mark to the right, and a foul down low on Arizona. Going for the rebound. I believe they got Bradley on the foul. 6:56 to go here. Stations while we have a moment. Let's pause 10 seconds down the line for identification. You're listening to NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network. DiBonza trying to make some more magic happen. Forces the foul on the left baseline, so he'll go back to the line. He's already 6 of 9 from the free throw line. He has shot the only free throws all night long for BYU. He's sitting on 19 points.
These are big free throws, too. Chance to cut the lead down to 12. It'd be a little 5-0 run. Fans would get into it.
Knocks down the first one. That 43-point game against Utah is the most by a Big 12 player since Trae Young lit it up for 44 in an Oklahoma Sooner uniform. He was a lot of fun to watch. DiBonza's a lot of fun to watch. This crowd would like to have some fun and watch a BYU run. They're back on their feet. 71-59 our score, under 7 minutes to go. Arizona going to our right, drive, leaner, and a foul called on Burries. I mean, it was a little bit of a desperation type shot, but he still got hacked in the act. The guy's doing a 1 foot leaner from 15 feet. You got to let him earn it.
Yeah, I agree. Again, fans on their feet. Arizona quiets the crowd with the trip to the free throw line.
And they have been living there, and they're now 17 of 19. So they're not just going to the line. They're hitting their free throws. 90% now for the game. Second free throw. Man, he just makes it look easy, doesn't he? 26 points for the talented freshman out of San Bernardino, California, Braden Burries. What a performance by him tonight. And it's 73-59. Inside DiBonza, just trying to buy a whistle. Can't get it, though.
Kevin Young is hot after that no call.
DiBonza has played in a little bit of a desperation mode for much of this second half. BYU's not used to being down this many points. They do get the steal. Saunders racing into front court. Goes left wing into the hands of Davis. Back to Saunders. Now right side on the reversal. It's right, driving, stopping, firing it up off the window. No, he missed it. He blew the bunny. It was right there on the left side and could not convert, and Arizona clears it. Robert Wright has struggled, 2 for 13 from the field and just 4 points.
And BYU only 3 of 8 at the rim. Arizona's done a nice job of making it difficult when they get down there.
Bradley going to work up top, fires left elbow, no, tapped around and out of bounds. 2. Survey says BYU. BYU ball with 5:26 to go.
Kevin Young still pleading his case.
Now, he's got a right to be hot. We just saw the replay, and yes, Awaka stayed on his feet, but clearly hacked him over the arm. That's a miss.
That's been a couple times he's been hacked and has not gotten to the free throw line.
Up top, 3 ball. Yes! Kennard Davis has ignited in this second half with 4 threes. It's now 73-62 with 5:05 to go.
Can they get a stop, Mike?
3 ball from the corner. Here's Bradley, left alone, and he buries it. He did the pump fake, drew the defender off his feet, set up another cock and load it, and he fires it in to make it 76-62 with 4:55 to go.
What an unbelievable response, time and time again from Arizona. BYU is 7 of 15 from 3 in the second half. They are making shots from downtown, but every time it feels like here's the opportunity, Arizona goes to the free throw line. Oh, we make it 3, come down the other way. Arizona returns the 3. Incredible stuff from the #1 team in the country.
How about the game for Jaden Bradley? We've talked so much about Braden Burries. Bradley, the senior from Rochester, New York, who started his career at Alabama. He came in averaging 13.5 points per game. That's a nice number. But tonight, he's been scintillated. 22 points, 10 of 15 from the field, 2 of 3 from downtown. and he's played 31 minutes to lead everybody in that category. What an outstanding performance by number 0 in blue.
He did this last year here. He led Arizona in scoring when they beat BYU a year ago. Their first win against BYU as members in the Big 12, and he must love this building because he's doing it again.
So he's the Cougar killer is what you're saying.
It's feeling that way.
76-62, under 5 minutes to go. BYU trying to stay in this one. Right wing now, a lazy pass and a steal. They tried to give it to Biamonte near the corner, and Arizona read it all the way. Who else? Burry's got the steal.
He's having a career performance on the road.
Wide open 3 left wing. That's a miss. Good box out, and that will be BYU basketball. Well, 4.5 to go now. And if you're BYU, again, they have been playing in such a hurry and so frantically when there's enough firepower on this team to just chip away and gradually cut this into single digits and beyond. But every time they get close, they take it on the chin. Biamonte drawing 3 defenders, gets bumped, no whistle, finds Saunders driving left to right. Saunders gets fouled. Saunders just muscling his way in the paint, took it right at Karchenkov and draws a trip to the free throw line.
This will be the first trip for someone not named A.J. Biamonte for BYU to the free throw line.
Well, we haven't talked much about Richie Saunders, but he's a great story, a hometown product out of Riverton, Utah. A family that has deep roots to BYU, big fans of this program for so long. Had a really good season last year. A number of people thought he might go pro. He came back for his senior year, and hoping that this year will be even more memorable than last year, which culminated in a Sweet 16 performance.
He nearly left after his sophomore year. He was in the portal, took a visit to Kentucky. Kevin Young in his first year was able to get him back, and he's blossomed under Kevin Young.
Saunders splits the freebies. 13-point lead, Arizona, 4 minutes to go. Arizona content with doing a little 3-man weave up top, bleeding some clock. Burries to his backcourt mate Bradley. Bradley drifting left side beyond the arc. Puts it on the deck. Now a travel, setting up the 3. Burries, little bit of a happy feet situation for him. BYU will have it when we come back with 3:45 to play. Number 1 Arizona 76, number 13 BYU 63. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
presentation. Everything has been electric here tonight. The crowd has been in it. They have been trying to keep their team in it, but their beloved Cougars have trailed throughout this second half and trail now 76-63 with 3:45 to go. And Matt, they have just not been able to really put much of a dent into what Arizona has going on in the second half.
I think Arizona has just found ways in these moments where you feel like the momentum could be creeping in, you hit a three. The crowds are getting into it, you get to the free throw line. They just time and time again in the second half, they have resisted momentum. That's why they're number one.
That's why they're number one. That's why they're trying to make it 21-0 on the season. Saunders driving left side, stops at the block, now backing in, looking a little post move, up and under, gets it. Saunders just carving space in the paint, gets it to go to make it an 11-point game, 76-65.
It's now or never. It's got to happen on the defensive end, and you got to keep them off the line.
Up top, on the deck, back out Bradley. Stops at the free throw line. Goes back out to Pete. Beg your pardon, that's Burries. And Burries got trapped in the corner and calls a timeout. Burries picked up his dribble and did a smart thing.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than panic, rather than try to throw a pass in traffic, burns a timeout. Tommy Lloyd is happy. We haven't said enough about Tommy Lloyd. 5th year, longtime assistant under Mark Few at Gonzaga. Had an unbelievable first 2 years at Arizona as the head coach. And the more you watch this team play, they are as well coached as anybody in college basketball.
He had some amazing remarks after the win against West Virginia, and one of them that really stuck out to me was he felt like it was time for this team to take ownership. Not in a negative way, but just, hey, you guys are good enough. We've coached you good enough. Now show it through leadership, show it through ownership. And that, to me, is a perfect demonstration of that. Because if he panics and it turns out into a dunk the other way, this place is going crazy. It's a single-digit game. You've really dominated this game in a lot of ways, and then it gets crazy. Conversely, calm, cool, collected. You take the timeout, you set up an opportunity, and you don't let something crazy happen that gets this place in a frenzy.
Tell you what, I just can't say enough about this crowd. They're in a frenzy regardless. They're down 11, 3:02 to go. You wouldn't know it if you can hear them in the background. I know you can. 3 on the shot clock for Arizona, trying to inbound it from the baseline. Comes out right wing, 2 seconds, 1 second. Desperation heat by Pete. Got it at the buzzer. Oh my goodness. An absolute backbreaker from Koa Pete to make it 78-65.
What can you do about that?
Nothing. Nothing. It was perfectly defended. And the guy who's been silent for much of the night, just 10 points now for Pete, but that silenced the crowd. 3 from the left wing, it's good! Kennard Davis has ignited in the second half, and that makes it 78-68. It's a 10-point game. Davis with 5 threes.
There's still enough time, but they have to get stops, something they've been unable to do in the second half.
2:20 to play here in Provo. Arizona in blue, BYU in white, going to our right. On the deck, it's Pete, probing left, up and under, 15-footer, no, and a foul called. Foul called on Saunders. It wasn't much. Pete did get him to leave his feet. And
I don't know
about that either.
I don't know what you're supposed to do as a defender. He was clearly straight up and down. Pete leans into him.
And that's another miss. I hate to say this, but that's the third pretty dramatic miss by this Big 12 crew that all went against BYU. And ball don't lie. Pete misses the first. And I can't get over how bad that call was. He went straight up and down, and his back was to Pete. Second free throw. They're going to have a lane violation. He missed it, but he has a hitch in his free throws, so Saunders came diving in early. That's the second time this has happened.
And that would have been free Chick-fil-A for the student section and all in attendance.
Second shot. And he missed all 3. And the rebound to BYU, a chance to cut it into win single digits with 2:05 to go. Timeout called by Kevin Young and the Cougars with 2:05. It's 78-68. Arizona in the lead. We will keep it right here and discuss what Kevin Young might be discussing here, Matt. A little bit of strategy for the Cougars to try to get this lead to within single digits for Arizona.
Well, this is a critical possession because if you score, it will be the first time it will have been single digits since very early in the second half. And then if you get a score, it allows you to play defense. If you don't score here, then you've got to start thinking about the foul game because time is a problem. But if you get a score, let's say you get it to 8 or 7, and then a stop, you could be talking about a 4 or 5 point game with a minute 20 left to go. So it all hinges on this possession. And this is what Kevin Young was heralded for in the NBA. His offensive pedigree, drawing up plays out of timeouts. Would not be shocked at all here if you have Richie come off a curl and you set up a 3-point try for your senior.
Well, I know a lot of people listening at home are thinking, oh, it's got to be DeBonza here. DeBonza's really cooled off. He's 6 for 22 in this game. And I think you're right. He might be a decoy here. They might try to find one of their 3-point shooters. He throws it in. It comes into Davis. He's at the hot hand. There it is. Saunders off a curl for 3. Rattles it in. 78-71. Under 2 minutes to go.
Great play call to get Richie open, and this is a game with under 2 to go. Unbelievable.
A minute 45, a 9-2 run for BYU. Crowd on its feet. Bradley, right wing to Kochenkov. Back out to Bradley. Bradley drives, takes it, double pump. No, but a foul called. He took it strong, right side, right in the tall timber, and I believe they got Keita on the foul.
That's where ball movement always beats individual defense. They had 3 or 4 phenomenal passes on the perimeter. They had BYU's perimeter D running around the 3-point line, which opened up the lane. Bradley wisely took it in, and Keita and the BYU D had no choice but to commit the foul.
Well, here is Bradley, 81% on the year. 0 for 1 tonight at the line. Nothing but the bottom of the net, a silencer to make it 79-71 with a minute 32 to play.
Huge free throw to settle things down after BYU had made things interesting.
Looking right into that student section, doing everything they can to harass the young man. He does not fall for it. The senior rattles home the second. That's where you love having a veteran who's been around the block. 2 for 2 to make it 80-71. A minute 25 to play. Saunders, left wing. Saunders, rise and fire 3. Too strong. Rebound fought for. Arizona reels it in. And then a reach-in foul as Bradley got hit in the face. So he'll go to the free throw line. That's not the worst thing in the world in that it stops the clock with a minute 19. The problem is Arizona 20 for 24 from the line tonight.
Well, now you're in the foul game situation because Arizona's ability to make free throws has made it difficult to play a 30-second possession defensively. There's just not enough time with them continuing to make free throws to play straight up.
And Bradley calmly sinks the first one. What a night for the senior out of Rochester, New York. 25 points. One below the game high by his backcourt mate Burries, who has 26. Second one is good. And the lead is 11, 82-71. BYU needs points and need them in a hurry. A minute 15 to play. Going to our left, right. Drifting to his right, and the final timeout for BYU will be called as Kevin Young knows this possession is too valuable to not get points. He will talk it over. We will keep it here. What a night for Jaden Bradley. What a night for this Arizona backcourt with all the talk about Koa Pete and some of their bigs. It's still a guards game, Mark, or Matt. We'll call you Matt this time out.
Great.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
It's still a guards game, and quite frankly, the guards have outplayed BYU tonight.
I didn't see that coming because Rob Wright, BYU's point guard coming into this, had been playing his best basketball of the season. He is averaging more than 4 points per game in conference play than his season average. He had made a three-pointer In 17 consecutive games, he's 0 of 4 tonight, so that streak is in jeopardy. He had been shooting 45% from 3 in conference play, and unfortunately for BYU, Arizona's defense shut him down. They made AJ a volume shooter, and that's just what good teams do. I think they find a way to defensively make it difficult on teams' best players, and Rob Wright, you can make the case, is the second most important player for BYU because he has the ball so much.
Right.
And for him to only have 4 points, I think is a credit to this Arizona defense.
You know, BYU as a team shoots 49% for the field tonight, just 39. And that's with a flurry of threes in this second half. 82-71, BYU inbounds it right side. DeBonza gets it between the rings. But DeBonza, step back three, left wing, fouled. He got fouled and will go to the line for 3. One of the few mistakes tonight for Braden Burries as he fouled the three-point shooter.
He was only off on that 3 for maybe an inch, just barely hit the front of the rim and then bounced off the backboard. Can you imagine if that goes down with the and 1? Very clearly a foul on Burries contesting the 3. And now it's up to AJ to hit all 3 of these and put a little more pressure on Arizona.
Friendly bounce on the first as it crawls over the front rim. Arizona trying to improve to 8-0 in the Big 12. Texas Tech currently second at 6-1. BYU is 5-1. The second free throw too strong. A 1 for 2. This would make it 82-73 if he connects. The crouch, the sling, and he bricked it. Barely hit the front iron, but there's Saunders' offensive rebound. 3 ball straight away. Got it! Got it! Robert Wright from downtown makes it 82-75. No timeouts for BYU. Clock ticking away. Knocked out of bounds on the inbounds with 53.1.
Obviously, you play for the steal here, and then it's got to be a quick foul. And I don't even know who you foul because
they're all hitting.
They're all hitting.
Yeah.
Koa Pete's 2 of 4, so maybe you go there. He's the one who got student section Chick-fil-A a moment ago.
I don't know if he'll touch it. I mean, Burries is 10 for 10 and Bradley's 4 for 5. You would think one of those guys has to get it here. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, they get it in, and it comes in near the end of the 5-second clock, and then a foul quickly as they foul Awaka with 50 seconds left. That's not a bad candidate. He's 66% on the year.
Unfortunately, though,
that's a 5th foul on Saunders. Yeah, so you just lose one of your premier 3-point shooters and scorers.
You lose Richie, and then it's also double bonus, so there's not a chance here for them to miss the front end of a 1-and-1.
So Kostic, who had some instant offense earlier in the half, will come in for Saunders. He's a good 3-point shooter, but obviously you lose a lot with Saunders. Awaka, crouch, fires, missed it. Wide left, 82-75, 50 seconds to go. BYU has to box out in case there is a miss here.
And you can't get a 3rd lane violation.
Yes, second free throw is good. So he splits the freebies. It's 83-75, an 8-point game. Here comes BYU in the front court. Robert Wright drifting. Floater in the lane, missed it. Offensive rebound, Keita. Got it to go! And the foul! A chance for 3 the hard way. And it's a 6-point game. A chance to make it a 5-point game with 41.6 on the clock.
Arizona, they've made such few mistakes in this game. Just concede the 2. It's okay if BYU scores at the rim for 2 points. Can't give them a freebie from the free throw line. Keita, not one of the stronger BYU free throw shooters, but has shown capable at times this season to knock down a free throw.
60% on the year. Number 13 in white. That one-handed release, missed it, too strong. And then backside, a steal, tapped around, scooped up BYU, and another foul as DeBonza's hammered. That might be flagrant. That might be flagrant. I don't know if there was an attempt at the ball at all. The officials are huddled around.
They're going to review.
They're certainly going to take a look at this one.
They're going to review this. We haven't seen a look yet in the arena. We're finally getting our first look at the replay. Was there a play made on the ball? No.
I don't think so.
A
ripping of the shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, this one is, Burris just grabs the right shoulder. That is easily a flagrant. The officials have been kind to Arizona tonight. I don't think they're going to be kind on this call.
And that was a quick call on the flagrant.
I mean, that's a no-brainer. What that does, these are two bonehead mistakes by Arizona late. The first one on the three-point play. This one gives you 2 shots and the ball, and BYU is down 6 with 35 seconds to go. We got a ball game, folks. This is not over by any stretch.
This could be, if you make both free throws and then you hit a 3, which is plausible. BYU's been hot in the second half from 3. You're talking about a 1-point game with about 30 seconds left. They foul. I can't believe BYU is in this position.
They looked dead and buried just a few minutes ago. And yes, they've hit some shots, but quite honestly, Arizona has made some mistakes, missed free throws, and some really ill-advised fouls, a couple of offensive rebounds that they hardly ever allow that they did.
If you just let Keita lay the ball up, we're not even having this conversation.
After review, the call remains a flagrant 1.
So they have reviewed it and they have confirmed it. It is a flagrant 1. So here comes Dibonza. Now he is 9 of 14 from the line tonight. This has not been the best of his games. Again, he is a tremendous talent. He does have 22 points. No one is going to say Dibonza is the reason for BYU's ills tonight. But these are pressure-packed free throws. Nobody in the lane. All the players have to be behind the half-court line. I've always thought this adds a little bit of pressure, Matt, to the free throw shooter.
And then they get the ball. It'll be interesting to see where they go out of that dead ball situation.
Nice shot on the first one. Dibonza sinks it as the crowd offered silence on the release and then explodes in applause.
And the reason I bring that up, Mike, is they drew it up for Richie last time, and he is fouled out.
Second free throw is good. 83-79, BYU with the ball in 35 seconds. Can you believe this?
You don't need a 3.
No.
If they want to concede a quick 2.
Dangerous inbounds pass by Dibonza. He gets it back top of the key. Driving left. Dibonza going to go all the way. Missed a wild shot. No whistle. Arizona rebounds. You got a foul. And they do immediately. Burris corralled the rebound and got fouled. Dibonza was hunting a whistle. And that time, I think it was just good defense by Arizona.
I like the idea, but if it's not a freebie, dribble it out and you find another shot.
Dibonza is so used to when he goes downhill, he's unstoppable. But this time, as we're watching the replay, he's driving left. And I'm okay with no whistle on that one. I thought that was just good defense that time by Arizona. So Burris to the line, a perfect 10 for 10.
Not having Richie Saunders in the game on that last sequence was critical, because I think you would have went back to him on some sort of down curl to free up a 3.
Free throw good, makes it 84-79. He's got one more here to make it a 6-point game. And he missed it. Rebound Dibonza. It's a 5-point game, 25 seconds to go. Quickly in the front court right. Left wing gets a screen. Right. Lob pass down low. Alley-oop pass. And the Thunder is slammed by Keita to make it 84-81. It's a one-possession game with 19 seconds left. Full court man-to-man pressure by BYU. Arizona trying to inbound it.
Offensive foul!
Offensive foul on Arizona. Are you kidding me? BYU will get it with a chance to tie.
Where do you go? No Richie Saunders. He's fouled out.
Who was the foul on? I did not see it.
I think it was on Jaden Bradley creating space. There it is.
Goodness.
It's on Bradley.
BYU is going to inbound it. Baseline left. And we're watching.
Interesting move to take out Kennard Davis, who's 5 of 5 from 3 in the second half.
BYU inbound to Dibonza, left wing, rise and fire 3. Missed it short. Offensive rebound. Putback is in by Keita. It's a 1-point game. 84-83 Arizona. 15 seconds to go. Inbound for the baseline. Comes right side.
He's trapped.
Triple team. And
it's a jump ball!
And it's BYU basketball with 11.6 to go. BYU can win it. Unreal.
This place is a frenzy. I cannot believe what we have witnessed. And now you have the decision as Kevin Young and the staff. You go to AJ, who has been inefficient in the second half. He's 6 of 24 in the second half alone, 2 of 13, or do you go somewhere else?
Again, BYU, no timeouts. They'll inbound at baseline left. Wright is going to be the inbounder. DiBonza right now is lining up. He's going to be on the left wing. No, now they're going to change the inbounder. It's going to be Kostic on the inbounds, and Arizona's going to call a timeout. Not surprisingly, Tommy Lloyd says, all right, guys, let's get it back together. We've lost our poise here. We've absolutely lost our poise here.
That's a gift to BYU, though, because they are out of timeouts.
Agreed. By the same token, I can see where Tommy Lloyd is saying, we got to stop the bleeding, and we got to set up our defense a little bit better here. And that is a situation where it could have been a walk. Bradley just panicked. What he should have done, they had a timeout. He could have called timeout. He didn't. They turned it over. Now nobody has a timeout left. 11.6. BYU, I still am trying to figure out how this is going to come down to a final shot by the Cougars, but it is.
Arizona, Mike, had been so clean for 39 minutes, and they have made a comedy of errors in the last minute. You've got the foul on a Keita rebound. You've got a flagrant when you don't need to be ripping at him, and then you've got an offensive foul turnover, and then a jump ball situation. I mean, 2 by your senior.
Yeah, all happening in the last 60 seconds. It's hard to even imagine this crowd, which has been electric throughout. Now they're just downright insane, and I mean that in a good way. 84-83, Arizona leading 11.6. BYU miraculously is in position to win this game on this possession.
There were fans that left the arena a minute ago.
Yeah. I see a few empty seats here scattered about. 18,000 capacity at the Marriott Center.
I know that AJ has struggled in the second half. He's 2 of 13, but you bring in the #1 player in the country for a reason. For situations like this, I think you ride or die with AJ. And if he's double teamed, you make the basketball play, but I think it's got to touch his hands at some point in these final 11 seconds.
They're going to inbound at baseline left. It'll be Boscovich, the inbounder. You've got 3 lined up parallel to the free throw line, and you've got a BYU player all the way in the backcourt. That's a safety valve, and that's exactly where it will go. Into the backcourt, into the hands of Wright. Brings it in the front court, 10 seconds. Wright, driving right, spinning in the lane. Wright stops, throws it up there. Blocked, and Arizona gets it, and Arizona is fouled with 2.1 seconds. And DiBonza saying, man, I was open, and BYU and the crowd is saying, is that the best shot we could have gotten out of a timeout?
What a defensive play by Bradley. He creates.
And then Burry's blocked it from behind.
He ripped at the ball to make Rob Wright have to recollect it, and then Burry's flew in for the block. Clean.
Now just 2.1 on the clock. Free throw line to add a little insurance. Sinking the first one is Burry's. He is now 12 of 13. He's got 28 points, a game high. It's still a one-possession game if he makes it. Again, no timeouts for BYU. So you've got to go the length of the floor regardless, make or miss here. This would make it a 3-point game. It's 85-83. Looks into that student section, fires it up, and sinks the second. BYU, no timeouts. DiBonza, the trigger man, throws it in the right. Right from 60 feet to the rim. No! And this one is over. Arizona wins it 86-83 and remains undefeated. The #1 team in America, 21-0, 8-0 in the Big 12. And what a performance by Braden Burries. 29 points to lead the way. He was phenomenal. This was a phenomenal finish to the game, Matt. But give Arizona credit. When they needed it most, they got that defensive stop.
New career high for Burries. And I think from a BYU perspective, you look back on that, I think they're going to regret not getting the ball in AJ's hands there. I know that Rob Wright is fast. He can get to the rim. But you bring in AJ for a reason. Did not touch the ball in that final sequence. And credit to Arizona. Bradley, who had made 2 bad plays previously, he stopped the dribble penetration from Rob Wright and allowed Burries to come over and block him from behind. And Arizona, they found a way. What a finish here from Provo.
What just a bizarre second half. I'm still trying to compute how it even came down to BYU with a final shot, but Arizona does prevail 86-83. Stay tuned. The post-game show is coming up. When we come back, Matt and I will have some final thoughts and announce the player of the game. I think you know who it is. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trunk. This is a sleepy-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on Instagram. In-game highlights, previews, updated news from college football, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow us at Elite Media Sports.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow at Elite Media Sport.
Well, where do you start? This game had a lot. It looked like a lapper there for a while. Arizona outplayed BYU for the majority of the night and for almost the entire second half. In fact, with 61 seconds left in this game, it was Arizona 82, BYU 72, and BYU seemed to have no answers. A comedy of errors and crucial mistakes by Arizona. Something, if they lost this game, Matt, they would be really shaking their heads the entire trip back to Arizona, but they didn't, because at the end, a combination of key plays by our Elite Media Player of the Game, and that is none other than Braden Berries. We've mentioned there are a minimum of 3 first-round draft picks. Braden Berries is one of those, and you're going to hear more of his name. He doesn't have the same hoopla and hype as DiBonza or Koa Pete, who was relatively quiet tonight. But remember that name. Braden Berries is special, folks, and he was special tonight. 29 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and the defensive play of the game. Matt, what more can you say? He was phenomenal. So, too, was Arizona tonight.
And he went to the free throw line a lot and made 13 of 14. In a game this close, going 26 of 32 from the free throw line, where you outscore BYU by 14 from the line. If you go 20 of 32 or 22 of 32, maybe you lose this game. But they, shoot 81% from the free throw line was a big deal. And then I love, Mike, that you bring up that defensive play because Jaden Bradley started it by slowing down the drive from Rob Wright. But then there was a split second where there was an opening at the rim. Burries came in from behind, cleaned it up, and then they went down and made free throws. So that was just a tremendous defensive play, help side, to seal the game.
Yeah, that's a guard making a help side play to make a block. He easily could have just stayed on his man, stayed out of the play. A lot of players would do that in that situation. He did not, and Arizona survives, and I do mean survives, a road win to improve to 21-0, the second best start in Big 12 history, 8-0 in the conference, and yes, they will remain number one, at least for now, for yet another week, going on 2 months of being at the top spot in college basketball. Matt Biamonte, thank you so much. Filling in on short notice. I really appreciate your work here tonight. Great job by you. And again, our thanks to everybody tuning in on Elite Media Network. Don't go anywhere. Coming up, the Elite Media Network post-game show, we rejoin Brian Dancel back in the studio. You are listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trunk. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to Marriott Center on the campus of BYU. I am your studio host, Brian Dancel, with your Elite Media Network post-game report. What a call by Mike Morgan and Matt Biamonte. That was fantastic. Folks, Arizona led this game 82-72 with a minute 1 remaining. BYU cut it to within 1 after what Mike called the comedy of errors. I call it the same. Let's take a look at a couple of the key factors in this one. Arizona shot the lights out. 28 of 53 from the field for 53%. They were not very good from the three-point line, and that's basically how BYU kind of was able to temper what was going on the court all night and get back into this game. Arizona was 4 for 12 from beyond the arc, while BYU lit it up for 10 threes in the second half to bring this one close. I had to take a look back at where we were in the game in terms of leads. Arizona led this game by 19 points at 64-45 with 10 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the game. And then, like I said, brought it down to a 10-point game with 61 seconds remaining. Jaden Bradley and Braden Burris. Boy, what a game for both of them. Combined 55 of the Wildcats, 86 points tonight. Braden Burris with a career high 29 points. Went 13 for 14 from the line to assist him there. A.J. Biamonte, we were talking about the superb freshman all night long, ends up with 24 points on 6 of 24 shooting. A very cold night from beyond the arc, which is why you heard Matt and Mike kind of talk about there towards the end. Wasn't really sure whether or not Biamonte was going to end up getting that final shot, and obviously ended up not getting it. 1 for 8 from beyond the arc. Went to the free throw line a lot. He was practically the only BYU Cougar on the line tonight, going 11 of 16 from the charity stripe. The rest of the team, 1 for 3. So that is definitely something to take a look at. And I know that something that Kevin Young, with his NBA mind, is going to go ahead and take his team back and just be like, look, guys, it's not that they out-physicaled us. You guys just weren't going right to the rack with some intent. So that will definitely come up probably in a couple of team meetings. It does not get any easier for BYU from this point. They are at Kansas on Saturday, then a trip to Oklahoma State before coming back here to Provo in the Marriott Center to take on Houston. Again, does not get easy from here, but definitely a tournament-tested team, and I'm sure Kevin Young will have them up to the task. For Arizona from this point, they will go to Arizona State in a Territorial Cup game. They also will play Oklahoma State at home, and then they will find themselves in Lawrence at Allen Fieldhouse on Big Monday, February the 9th, coming up. And then a game against Texas Tech at home. They will see BYU once again in Tucson and then go to Houston. So a killer 4-game stretch upcoming for Arizona. Our final score tonight, number 1 Arizona 86, number 13 BYU 83. We'd like to thank our crew for tonight, our engineers, John Trauma and Jeremiah Bruckhart. The executive producer and host of Elite Media Network is Brian Dancel, and the CEO of Elite Media Networks is Dean Douglas. I know that Dean is dealing with some of that weather that we were talking about earlier in the game. I hope that you are all well. Please stay safe. Join us on most of these very same stations this Wednesday, January 28th, as we head to the SEC for a huge contest between Texas and Auburn. For the rest of our college basketball schedule, visit EliteMediaNetwork.com. Once again, our final score, Arizona 86, BYU 83. Now, for Mike Morgan and Matt Biamonte, I'm Brian Dancel. You've been listening to NCAA Basketball on Elite Media Network.